Hello, this is Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm Zombie.
And this is our review of the Queen of the Dark Spider 6-scale action figure. And basically what she is She-Venom. And I can't remember what the company's name is. I don't see. Oh, here it is. War Story. I don't believe we have any figures from War Story that I know of. And she is WS006, I guess is their number. This is definitely an unlicensed figure, because there's no mention of Venom on it anywhere.
Hence the name Queen of the Dark Spider.
Yeah. But this is a slip cover that comes off. You can kind of see her in the background there. And there's a picture of her on the side. Picture of her on the other side.
I don't think I've ever seen that at the top of a box before.
What?
6-scale collectible figure prototype shown. Final product may be slightly different.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that.
And they spelled figure with a Y.
Yeah, that's weird.
Figure. Figure?
There you can see some of the various things on the back of the box. It's almost like, it's kind of weird that they put this here. Because it's underneath the slipcover, and it's almost like they're advertising what's in the box, but it's underneath the slipcover, so who are they advertising to? I don't know. Maybe if they saw this in a store, you could take the slipcover off and look. I don't know. But
I like how that's just called Shiv.
yeah. But then, now it's basically a shoebox. And they got the foam. And there's the figure. I did already have it opened, so some of the plastic and things that were possibly on it are already taken off. I did put this back up on her head though. This is the top layer. It's got most of her stuff in it. And the bottom layer is the rest of her stuff. Now, a lot of that stuff combines into one thing, but still, it's a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get her out of here. So there she is, opened up with all of her tendrils and such and whatever. And she is really cool. I want to mention right away that the hands, the normal hands, these two, and then these two here, make no sense to me. It seems like they should be black like everything else.
Well, it makes it more look like she's wearing like a clothing suit and not has a symbiote on her.
Yeah, exactly. So, luckily, she comes with these alternate hands. Which, even if all these hands are painted black and shiny, I would probably want to use these anyway, just because they're cool looking.
She should have just came with, like, even if they didn't do as many pairs, like 2 pairs of monster hands and nothing else would have made me happier than this.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying the toy's not good, I just think that's dumb.
But besides the hand thing, this is probably one of my favorite 6-scale figures that we got, because it is just so awesome. So much about it is really cool. And
yeah, I really like her. And it wasn't one that I was really, like, that excited about. I was like, oh, that's cool.
No, I was.
But now that we have her, I really like her.
I was really excited about her, but I was afraid that when we finally got her, that she wouldn't be that great, as the pictures showed. But she is. She looks like the pictures. And it is really cool. And she also has an extra head, which is just as awesome as the head she has on, in different ways. They're both really cool looking heads. The suit looks really badass. Ah, we gotta switch them damn hands, they're bugging me. So there she is with the monster hands on. That's much better. But the suit she's wearing is just really well done the way they did it. We'll look at it a little closer, but it even feels like it's a gooey symbiote in a way. It's just kind of like it's a weird rubbery type material, which I am a little worried won't last over time. I hope it does. Especially the hood really feels like symbiote stuff. It's weird.
I hope it doesn't get messed up with dust too, because it almost feels like a little bit sticky, like dust might stick to it.
Yeah, a little bit.
But I mean, I do like the choice of that material though, because it looks really good.
Mm-hmm. And the design, the spider design is really cool. I like the way, just the way they did even just this part, but then how it comes all the way down her legs.
And she has it on her arms too.
Yeah, they're actually little spiders on her arms. Then the back of her hood is a crazy looking design. Spider-like design.
I do wish they would have made it go down her back. That would have been
Oh yeah, that would have been awesome if it went like. But then you can see all like the shiny, like all these shiny parts are real extra, kind of sticky feeling. Like not sticky that like your finger's sticking to it, but just it's hard to explain. Almost like rubbery or touching a balloon or something. I guess it's almost like she has a symbiote over top of her symbiote. So she also comes with a base, as you can see. And here's the alternate head, which I'll put on, but it's like a head where you can kind of see the face. And if you've seen the live action Venom movie, it looks kind of like the actress that played Eddie Brock's girlfriend, or whoever she is, and has the Venom suit on her for a little bit. She didn't look like that. Like she wasn't in it very long, she didn't have a hood or nothing. But I think this is supposed to be kind of like a tribute to that. Because this part of the head and that part of the head looks like the movie version. Just like the main head parts. The suit definitely doesn't. But she also comes with this alternate, well, it's really an alternate hand. You take a hand off and stick this on the wrist peg. And it's a blade hand.
It's a shiv.
Yeah. And of course he's got the 4 alternate
Stupid hands that nobody wants.
Now this is a big clunk of something. It's got a big magnet, and it's a strong magnet that sticks on the back. You can see there's 6 little sockets here with peg holes in them, and that's where these 6 little tendrils can go. And from what I can tell, they're all different, I think, or maybe they're just twisted in different ways. But I thought when I first looked at them, I thought they were all different, but it might just be the way they're twisted. Maybe they were all the same.
I think there's 2 different ones.
Maybe. Well, these 2 blades are definitely different. I don't know. But, I mean, the way they twist and the articulation of them can make them look different. These are definitely different, these 2 corners here. So, yeah, there must be a few different little variations in there. But, yeah, there's articulation so you can move around different ways. So they won't all look the same anyway. But that's really cool. We gotta stick that stuff on her after we go over to suit a little closer, I guess. Try to get a closer look of her. And the hood comes down. And you get the Venom head, real nice and shiny. Nice shiny tongue. I like the way they painted the eyes. It's just not all white. There's a little bit of light blue shading on it.
And the teeth look really good too.
Yeah, they're painted pretty nice. And all looks slimy and gooey. Love the tongue.
And these little drip of spit.
Yeah. Put the hood up like she did Spider-Gwen. I do kind of wish the hood was just a tiny bit bigger so it can come up more like this and stay. But because it's just a little bit small, it wants to kind of go back like that. But still, it's pretty cool. And there is a wire in here. So you can somewhat adjust it.
Yeah, when I first looked at her, I kept calling her Gwenom.
Yeah. Well, there's a Spider-Gwen Venom. It doesn't look like this, but...
But is she called Gwenom?
I think I've seen that.
Because Gwenom is awesome.
Yeah, like we're saying, they got this nice kind of web design with the glossy, sticky stuff on there. This looks really cool. I like the way it comes up like there. Just the way they did that's really awesome. Like you said, that wouldn't look cool if the white came down.
Like a little spine thing.
Wonder if I'd be able to do that. Paint that on there.
Oh, I don't know. It might not match very good.
Yeah, it may not. Well, that probably won't really matter because I'm really going to have her back to me when I'm displaying her. I got the glossy hands. The hands do look a little big here. It seems fine when you're posing her, but when you just look at it like that, it looks like the hands are kind of big. Almost like maybe it should kind of gradually go down. So maybe it would have been cool if they would have like added more to the sculpt of that hand to go into the arm a little bit. Except that would cover up the spider symbol. So maybe not. which is so cool. The shininess of it. Well, she is wearing high heels, which is a little weird. Like I would have kind of preferred that she didn't have high heels, but it really doesn't bother me that much. This hood design, I love that white.
That looks really cool. It's like she's got a face hugger on the back of her head.
Yeah. And the suit fits real nice and tight on her too. So it almost looks like it's very form-fitting. The only place where it's a little odd is in the torso right here. When you're looking from the side. But still, it's not too bad. And you can see seams. I mean, it has to have seams for them to get this on there. But still, they're not like real bad looking or anything. This would probably be the worst one, but still, once again, it's in the back.
That's why they should have covered it with white.
Yeah. Well, if it was white, you'd see the seam more.
No, they cover it up.
Well, another thing is I imagine most people are probably going to display this on her, and that's going to cover that up anyway.
Well, yeah, I guess that doesn't make sense then to bother with it.
Yeah. I didn't think of that at first.
I didn't either.
Well, I guess we can switch heads so you can see what that looks like. Here's the alternate head. It was a little tight getting on. I had to heat it up with the hairdryer. Heat up the head joint. Or the head socket. But it's on there. And it is a really nice looking head. The way the little slimy things come on. There's a little bit of teeth up there. And the actual human part of the face sculpt looks real nice. And this part looks real cool with the Venom grin. You got the hair coming out. Now there is an issue with the hair. I got her head to the side right now because her hair kind of interferes with the hood. So if you look straight on, her hair is just kind of sticking out funny. Or if you try to put it around it, it just kind of does that. And I haven't tried it yet, but I'm guessing putting the hood up probably won't work very well with this head either. But I'll try it. You can see on the box how they show her with the hair, the long hair. And that looks like a different kind of hair, like more realistic hair, like maybe the lamb fur that works really nice on figures. Let's see what they show any on the back here. Well, there,
Yeah,
once
it's on
again,
the back like that too.
yeah, it doesn't really work that well. I mean, maybe she got some gel or something.
I don't know if that would even be enough to help.
It's really stiff hair.
You guys want to see what it looks like? It looks like this. That's not the same.
Okay. Well, even though this is one of my favorite figures, 6-scale figures we got, there still is some issues. The hands we mentioned, which aren't that big a deal because I don't really care about those hands. But, yeah, this alternate head's hair.
That hair just doesn't work with the hood. But I mean, since we do customs, we could probably easily replace her hair with lamb fur.
Yeah.
It would look 10 times better.
That's probably what they used on the prototype pictures. I assume...
Maybe that's why they have the warning at the top.
Yeah.
Because of that.
I bet that probably is why they have the warning. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bet that is exactly why. Because I'm assuming that lamb fur you can't really use on something that's mass produced like this. It's just probably would be too expensive and there might just not be enough of it. Mm-hmm. Especially if a whole bunch of 6-scale companies started using it. And if you want it to go back, it's just... yeah, it's just not... It's good. So it's probably better to have her head, if you're going to use this one, to have her head to the side. So it's kind of down like that, if you're not going to replace the hair.
I definitely think replacing the hair is the best option, though. It just doesn't work.
Another option is to cut the hair off completely and just not have her have hair. Because she has hair there, but you can just...
Keep the hood up.
Yeah, imagine that all of her hair is underneath this. Mm-hmm. So that's another way. Still, I really like that sculpt of the head. It's a really good sculpt if you're okay with the issues with the hair.
I really like the idea of having the hair hanging out. It's just that type of hair, it just doesn't really work.
Well, I do have some blonde
lamb fur.
Lamb fur, so yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to replace it. and then maybe try it out. I attempted to use some styling gel to see if I can get this hair to go down. I put it on a different body and then put plastic over the body and put it on there, so because I was afraid to get the wet styling stuff onto the Venom suit. It might mess it up. But I think it's dry now, so I'm going to try to get it on the suit and see what it looks like. Well, even with the styling gel, it still doesn't really work. And I imagine it's not going to work too well with the hood up either. Nope. I think you'd almost have to style it on the body. And then, like I said, I'd be afraid the styling gel or spray or whatever you would use might mess up the suit. So yeah, I still think I'm going to want to put the lamb fur on there. So I'll rip the hair out of this. And it kind of ripped this off, but it don't really matter because it's going to be covered in hair anyway. But like I said, you could just use it that way without the hair sticking out. Okay, so here is the big long bladed hand, which they call a shiv or something. And this is kind of tough to get in because I don't know how well you can see, but that joint is way down in there. You got to get that. And this wants to like move when you try to stick it in. So it is a little tough to get in, at least for me it was. So there she is with the bladed arm, which looks really cool. Nice and glossy. I like the little holes going through it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely looks like it would hurt.
Yeah. Okay. And Zombie Cat put in all the little
tendrils.
Yeah, with blades on them. One issue is this one tendril is loose.
It's very floppy. The joint needs stiffened up.
Yeah, probably do that with some glue. Not glued in place permanently, but you can use glue to tighten up joints if you don't let it glue in place as it's drying. I assumed that this was the top just because it looks like it goes around the head, but I think you can put it either way. But that magnet's pretty strong. It doesn't hold on absolutely still. It can still wiggle around a little, like you can see. But it's a really strong magnet, which is good because I could see some companies making something like that with a crappy magnet and it just falls off. But this magnet's pretty strong, so that's good. To hold up all this heavy plastic, I mean not super heavy, but you know what I mean. But here's the floppy arm. Is that the floppy arm?
No, it's on the bottom now.
Oh.
It's this one, I think. No, this one right here.
Okay. Yeah, you can position these how you want. And then with their blade arm, it's just crazy bunch of bladed, slimy, symbiote tendrils coming at you. That's really cool. There's a lot of joints on these, so you can position it in a lot of different ways. Like if you had some kind of diorama or something, you could have these like hanging from something up in the ceiling or something.
Yeah, when I was putting it together, I was moving around, and you could really twist them around a lot in all kinds of different shapes.
Yeah. See, now with all this, with that blade arm and all this stuff, and how awesome this suit is, and the head sculpt, that's why this is one of my favorite 6 scales. It just looks so good. Even with the couple issues, which I guess for me the main issue would be this hair not working, which we could fix. The hands I don't care about because I'm not even going to use them anyway because I like these monster hands and this blade hand, which I'll probably keep on when I'm displaying it.
Well, I would say that I think they should have included more than one set of monster hands.
Yeah, they could have. We could have had some monster hand fist or something. But, God, it's just so cool!
Yeah.
It seriously looks like Venom. Like a female Venom, but Venom. I do wish this company would make an actual Venom. That would be really cool.
Nobody's ever going to make Venom.
They made versions of Venom. There is a 6 scale Venom that a company made, but I didn't really like it. Well, actually, I think there's been a couple. I think there was one made from Spider-Man 3, I think, which I didn't really like.
Ew.
There is one that's basically Tom Hardy with a couple symbiote parts on him, which looks good. Now, Fu from Fu Reviews actually has that one, and it looks good, but it's not full Venom. I would like to see one that's a full Venom that looks good. Hot Toys is now making 2 Venom figures, but neither of them are Venom. One is Venom Pole, which is the Venom suit on Deadpool, and he looks like the Hulk sized. And the other one is Venomized Iron Man, which is still not just Venom. I want a freaking just awesome Venom 6 scale. Damn it. Whether it's just company or Hot Toys or somebody. But for now, this one is pretty damn awesome. I might even like this one better than a Venom one that came out, just because of how cool they made this one. Be hard to top.
I don't know, if it was a Venom one that was as well done as this, I would definitely like Venom better.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't know if they would make one as cool as this.
Well, they should.
Yeah. I guess we'll go over articulation. For the first part, I'm taking this spider thing off of him, off her. But the head move around pretty good. There's a joint at the bottom of the head and at the bottom of the neck, so you can get a lot of good movement out of that. Then one thing about this suit is some of the articulation pushes back. I'll show that. But the shoulder looks pretty good. There's no directions telling you restrictions of how far you should bend things. Like we'll just say if you get this to be careful. If it feels tight, maybe not force it. I don't know how strong this material is. It feels strong, but who knows. Shoulder seems pretty good. Lots of nice articulation here. Double jointed elbow. Doesn't feel too tight. Maybe a little bit of a sharp point there. Then the wrist. Nice articulation there. The torso is where things want to pop back. See, you can bend down this way, but it's like whoop. I was saying to Zombie Cat, I think it'd be cool if it was on a Fison body, because I think that would hold its position a little better.
Mm-hmm.
So right there, it's holding that pretty well. But here, you want it to go back, it wants to pop forward. And twisting it, it wants to pop back too.
I think it might not even necessarily be the suit, it's just that the body's not strong. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then that one, it doesn't feel like it's really too tight there, but I don't.
It's dangerous.
Yeah, I don't want to go too far.
Don't want to push it.
Yeah, twist a little bit there, but still I don't want to rip the suit. Kick out about that far, which is pretty good. And then got double jointed knees. Once again, this material, I just don't know how far you should go. I'm scared. I got going that far. I definitely want to keep it in that position for very long. Now the ankles. I like that the joint is hidden. That's really cool. And then, I guess I'll attempt to do this with this on. But you can spin around where it attaches to the back thing. Then at the back thing, there's a hinge. And then can it spin at the top of the hinge? Yeah, it could spin also at the top of the hinge. I don't know if that's really necessary, but it can. And then right here, it could spin, and there's a hinge. And then once again, it could spin on the other side of the hinge. Then up here, it could spin. There's a hinge, and then spin again on top of the hinge. So you could do a lot with these little arms. And all of them have the same articulation. So that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It would be cool if the tongue could move around, but then the sculpt wouldn't look as nice.
Yeah. I'm okay with it being
Yeah.
stationary, because it just looks so good.
Mm-hmm.
That head, I mean, there's so many good things about this, but that head is just excellent.
Yeah. I love it. It's like
I love how glossy the tendrils and the shiv part are too.
Mm-hmm.
They're so shiny. Makes them look wet.
And I like that it looks cool with the hood down or up for this head.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like that look, but I also like that look. It would be kind of cool if you could remove the hood. I prefer it because I just think it looks so cool, but I think some people maybe would want the hood off completely.
Yeah, I like the hood.
Yeah, it looks cool. Yeah, it's just such a cool figure. I keep thinking, like, someone makes a 6-scale figure, like, look how cool this is, and someone walks in with this. Like, look at mine. And everybody's like, well, where are those?
Jerk!
Let's just go home or suck compared to this badass thing. So there's She-Venom next to the Iron Spider, Spider-Man, sent to us by Fu Manchu. And they can have an arm battle. Although she has a few extra arms, so she might have the advantage. Although I imagine that Iron Spider suit probably has some kind of thing that might damage the symbiote. Like some kind of sonic attack or fire attack or something would probably hurt it. So I don't know. Might be a tough fight. And there she is next to the PS4 Spider-Man video game Spider-Man. They look pretty good together. There she is next to the unofficial Spider-Gwen action figure. And they both got hoods, so they can compare their hoods together. And there she is next to Black Cat. They both like to dress in black and white, so at least they got that in common. I don't think Black Cat would stand much of a chance, though. Okay, so I think this figure is really awesome, and I'm glad we got it.
Yeah, I really, really like it.
Like we said, there's a couple little gripes, but they're just little things that really don't matter to me.
I mean, for a knockoff, I am so impressed.
Me too. Love the suit. The suit is just so cool looking, and just the feel of it is really nice. And how it hides most of the joints. I mean, really looking at it here, I don't even see any joints. I know they're there, but you don't really see them.
Her knee's a little weird right now.
Oh yeah, I guess.
But that can easily be fixed. It's just sticking out weird.
Well, I guess you can. Well, even the joints on the tendrils, because it's so shiny, it's hard to see.
You don't notice them, yeah.
But the head, like we said a bunch of times, both heads are really cool. Of course, the head where her face is shown a little bit, we mentioned the hair is an issue, but yeah, that's one thing. Like, if somebody wanted to display it with that head, they might have a little bit more issue with it. But we're going to fix that.
I don't think I said this earlier, but I also really like the fact that the suits, like the white pattern and also the black shiny parts are very, like, they're not symmetrical, but they're very balanced. Like, the two sides are kind of mirrored, but not exactly.
Yeah, they're kind of like coming out like a web design. But and then around her stomach it comes in almost like tiger stripes in a way.
I really like the way that they did that.
Yeah. It wasn't just random sloppiness. The thing you can stick on her back to make all the tendrils come out with the strong magnet is really cool. The big blade arm. Even though the base is simple, but it's nice. I like that they got the Venom eyes on there. I don't like the name Queen of the Dark Spider, but...
We're going to have to make a sticker to put over that that says something else.
But man, it's just such a cool figure. It's one of them ones where you stick it in your case, and if someone's looking at it, they're probably going to be drawn to that thing. Yeah. It's just so cool.
I really do think, though, with like knockoff figures, if they're using the wrong name, they should just not put it on the stand. Yeah. Because who wants that on there?
But, yep, this thing is cool. I'm really impressed. Well, that's Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm the guy. Thanks for watching the barrel.
You gotta let me help you get that symbiote off of you. It's controlling you.
Symbiote, not symbiote.
Well, I say symbiote, not symbiote.
It's symbiote. Oat. Symbiote.
Symbiote? You mean like Quaker symbiotes? Or honey bunches of symbiotes? Loaded with grains and symbiotes?
What is wrong with you? It's symbiotes. Oats. 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 Uts. 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 Like the potato chip brand. Uts. 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 Oats. Uts. Oats. 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 Uts. 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 Oats.
Oh, damn it, man. You see them other pictures there? Why don't you click on one of them to see the video? Or you could subscribe, Nate. Oh.